Hello, my name's Nicole, and I've put myself through a process that I'd like to share with others. I'm still going through the process, but I went through the process enough that it's time to share so that we can all do this together. I did find out that my dream is that everyone can go through this kind of a process because when you do, you can find out anything and not only choose things for yourself in your life, take charge and empower yourself in your life, but you can also find all these unique things and share it with our external reality slash earth. And I know that there's people out there that feel the same as me, and I'm hoping that people will find and connect with me so that we can work together to map out your whatever you want to call it, your energy, what makes you tick, your spark, all those things. People like to say all kinds of words, soul, all that stuff. I have many different words for all the different parts. I have mapped out quite a bit. I call it like my little garden because every single time I find something new, I can plant something new and it'll keep growing within that garden. And I am expanding all the time, every day, all the time. Every time I do something, it's going to be deep. It's extremely exciting. So, not only can I assist you on that path of building that map, and basically there's the creation, what we do, like actual creation, as in not like creation, as in beings creating things, but how did creation exist as a creation that we do all the time? Why is like that? There's also other parts where there's no creation, but it's something else. And I don't know if you've ever thought about stuff like that, because I do know people think things like, when we pass away, where do we go? Things like that. But have you ever asked, like, anything, like, is there anything beyond creation? Is there anything beyond planets? Is there anything beyond any of that? And I found that it is extremely exciting to get to that point because then you have that expansion and then you have your human. When you do this, you have this back and forth that makes sure you can find your map, your path, your branch, see where you want to focus. Because at the moment, you're by default. It doesn't matter how awake you are, it doesn't matter how you think you know yourself. You can think of it like when you plug any appliance in the wall and there's electricity. What is the style of your electricity? What is your tap? Do you want to be the tap anymore, or do you actually want to be a translator of that tap? Do you want to see and change what is coming through the tap? I can help you do this. And I'm telling you, it changes your life. And the key to this is, even if you don't, if you don't want to work with me and you don't have like any, if you want to have a takeaway from this, just know this: you are in charge. You empower yourself. Anything I could do would just be because you needed to remind yourself of these things. This applies to everything. You build these bridges. I call them bridges. So, friendships, bridges with all those different versions of yourself. And the other thing that I deeply believe, and I tell everyone, is the things that I have been looking at, not my special things. My special things are different things that have nothing to do with this. But my connection with myself is not special, as in we all can do this. We can get in touch with all these versions of ourselves. We can. That is empower yourself. You can do this. If you think you can't or you feel worried about these things, know this: that just indicates that there's a version of you that has some shame, hasn't been met yet. And these type of energies, which people call shadows, are not to be gotten rid of. They are to be transformed and met because they are connected to something bigger. They're supposed to be guardians. They're supposed to be guardians of your boundaries and your limitations and the things that as much as you can do. So if you think you can't do this, it's time to meet another friend.